Last year, I had nearly 150 consultations with class teachers to talk about the challenges they have in their classrooms. I want to share what I've learned from these. So, I'm Dr. Frances Willis, I'm an educational psychologist, and I've been working with applied psychology since 2020. Consultations are about having a conversation with the purpose of change. So, this can look like giving space to reflect, using psychology to offer new insights, and problem solving. What I noticed from these consultations were that there were three really key topics that came up again and again and again. So, firstly, how do teachers respond to behaviours? So, obviously, we're talking about unwanted behaviours, behaviours that don't work in their classroom or are really challenging to manage. The second was when you do have a child that feels really resistant, that they feel like they just have to say no to everything, quite disengaged, and are really challenging for the teacher to work with and to support and get re-engaged and get the best out of. And the third was about how teachers help children who are dysregulated, working with them, supporting their emotions. Having had all these consultations so many times and hearing how challenging it is for the teachers themselves, I felt that it was really useful to develop some training. So Applied Psychologies is hosting me this year to do 3 different talks that I think will be really helpful for teachers in any classroom. So the first is on January 29th, coming up really soon. So this is the brain-blame dichotomy. We talk about the narratives and the way that we respond to children is based on the stories that we have about those children and about their behaviour. So that's taking into account things like the behaviour policy, who it's working for and who it's not working for, as well as how we change the response to children through rethinking and reframing their behaviours. The second talk is on April 30th, which is when children just say no. I'm aware of how challenging it is for teachers, but also how overwhelming it is for children if they're really sensitive to the everyday demands of being in school. So this is thinking as well about the profile of PDA, which you may have heard of before, and helping reframe that to think about the child's experience of anxiety, which can sometimes be really masked or misunderstood. And finally, in June, I've got a fantastic course, which is about something that I'm so passionate about. It's all about children's emotional regulation, being calm, connected, and engaged, talking about how we can regulate with children and those steps that we take to develop children's emotional regulation through co-regulating with them. So if you're looking for some fantastic CPD this year, the 3 talks that I've got coming up in January, April, and June, and on topics that I know are really meaningful for teachers. They will be an hour long, and it's open to anyone who's interested in joining. If you have any questions, please do reach out. You can get tickets on the Applied Psychologies website under www.appliedspsychologies.com/upcoming events, or feel free to reach out to me. I look forward to seeing you there.